Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about Star Wars: The Last Jedi, the trailer that came out of Star Wars Celebration 2017. And I watched the trailer today. It was really wonderful. I just very, very excited about that trailer. So what I want to talk about specifically today is the training of Rey by Luke Skywalker. So one of the things that's really fascinating is one of the things that we take away from Star Wars: The Last Jedi and the specific one of the things that we take away from the footage within the Star Wars: The Last Jedi trailer is that Luke is going to spend a considerable amount of time training Rey in the Force. Okay, now I didn't take that for granted. I think a lot of people did, and there was always a good possibility it was going to happen. But I think it's interesting that it went the direction we all expected, right? But one of the things that's really interesting is in Empire Strikes Back, we got to see Yoda train Luke. Okay, and one of the things that's really fascinating is if you're really listening to Yoda, he was really kind of saying that I think he always felt that Luke Skywalker was not the optimum person to be a Jedi, right? And so Luke's training was literally interrupted because he's like, hey, my friends are out there and I need to go save them, okay? And so he interrupts his training, and even all along, there's a lot of, from the very beginning, Luke doubted Yoda, and they had a strained teacher-student relationship, okay? Now, at this point, it's interesting the parallels. So, at this point, I don't think that Luke is going to have any problem training Rey. I think Luke may have a problem training anyone, right? But from the trailers, it definitely looks like we're going to get a long, protracted training series, right? And I cannot wait for this. I'm really hoping that we get in-depth discussions about the light and the dark side. And now I think that's going to be incredibly difficult to write. I'm very excited that the director of Looper is doing this movie. Big fan of Looper. I thought it was really tightly written. Bruce Willis was excellent in it. And I think we're going to see some of that genius within this film. And so, but I really want to see very detailed discussions of the light and the dark side, discussions of what the Force should be used for and what the Force shouldn't be. Maybe we'll get some discussions of what the source of the Force is, right? That could be really interesting. The other thing is, we are shown her Rey learning lightsaber, and Luke Skywalker there, teaching her how to properly use a lightsaber, which I think is very necessary because she barely survived her interaction with Kylo Ren. So I think that's going to be one of the huge takeaways of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, is that we're going to get this long, protracted training series and that's my prediction, is a long, protracted training series. And I think one of the things that's interesting is, I personally think, I could be wrong on this, but I think, doing a long, protracted training series is risky, right? It is really risky to do that with a blockbuster film, because a lot of people are going to go and say, oh, I don't really like this, or, things like that. But I think Disney is going to, they're bending the power of Star Wars. They're bending the power of Star Wars to, they're using the huge draw of Star Wars to get some things done that they want to get done, all right? And one of those, I think, is to make the Star Wars world even deeper than it currently is. So the Force is this major point. It's a very, and actually, so I think they're going to do it. They're going to do these long, protracted training scenes, and we're going to see Luke Skywalker go way further in training Rey than Yoda was able to go in Yoda training Luke. Okay, so right, so basically, it's going to be really interesting. And also, I'm very excited that they're going down this road because I think it's dangerous. Because the Force is clearly an analogy for religion. You know, I think I know where they're going to head because you kind of always know what Hollywood is going to say about religion. Their opinion on religion is already known, right? And so, you know, but I really think there's a possibility they're going to surprise me, especially with the Looper director and with the current writer that they have involved. So it's going to be really, really interesting. I can't wait to see Star Wars The Last Jedi. I was super pleased to see the trailer. Really exciting. Thank you.